When talking about the Tesla Model 2, what immediately catches the eye isn't a specific technological detail, but the number that always appears before any other information. Rumors circulating among analysts, engineers disconnected from the traditional supply chain, and internal leaks point to a price between $15,000 and $20,000 when the car finally arrives in 2026. This value isn't a marketing promise or a publicity stunt, but a rigid limit that defines everything the car can or cannot be. It's as if the entire project was designed backward, starting with the price and forcing every decision to fit within this ceiling without exception. Within Tesla, according to sources close to the industrial ecosystem, this price point functions almost like a law of physics. No matter how attractive a technology seems on paper, if it pushes the final cost outside this range, it simply doesn't make it. This completely changes the development logic compared to other models from the brand. Here, it's not about creating the most impressive car possible, but the most coherent one. Every choice is a silent trade-off between comfort, range, simplicity, and cost over the years of use, something that rarely appears in advertisements but defines the real owner's experience. Many people look at that price and immediately imagine a stripped-down car, full of obvious omissions. But the leaks suggest something quite different. What's being cut isn't just visible items, but hidden costs that usually accompany more complex cars. Fewer electronic modules, fewer trim variations, fewer redundant systems. This doesn't show up in a flashy spec sheet, but it appears in everyday life when it comes to maintaining, repairing, and insuring the car over the years. There's a curious detail that almost never comes up in public conversation. Every extra feature in an electric car not only affects the purchase price, but also creates a chain of future costs. More range means a larger battery, which means more weight, which requires more robust brakes, more expensive suspension, and higher insurance. Leaks indicate that the Model 2 was designed precisely to break this domino effect. Instead of competing on extreme numbers, it seems to seek a balance that works in real life, not just in promotional videos. This structural limitation also explains why Tesla, it seems, isn't trying to reinvent the traditional compact car, but to redefine what really matters in this segment. The goal doesn't appear to be to impress on the first test drive, but to continue making sense after 3, 5, or 7 years of use. It's a change in mindset that sounds almost strange in a market accustomed to selling immediate excitement and letting the hidden costs become apparent later. Some engineers commenting anonymously on technical forums point out that the real challenge for the Model 2 is not being cheap at launch, but remaining cheap over time. This target price forces decisions that reduce unpredictable variables, such as complex failures and expensive repairs. It's as if the car is designed to age more predictably, something rare in both electric and current combustion engine cars. Some say this type of approach is less exciting for headlines, but much more dangerous for competitors. A car that doesn't impress with a single feature, but remains financially stable, ends up winning over an audience that doesn't normally look at electric cars. In practice, this can be more transformative than any extravagant acceleration or range figures. The hottest clues about the type of battery that should equip the Model 2 point to something between 53 and 55 Wh/kWh. This may seem modest to those who follow premium models, but there is a well-founded reason behind this number. Several battery engineering experts have already pointed out that this is the sweet spot between cost, weight, and range for urban and suburban use. And when you put this battery in a lightweight car, as the Model 2 prototypes seem to indicate, the real range can easily reach 250 or even 310 miles on a single charge. In other words, it's not little, it's enough. And that changes everything. One detail that stands out is how this choice affects the entire project in a cascading effect. With a smaller battery, the total weight of the vehicle also drops, ranging from around 1,500 to 1,150 kilograms according to leaks. Less weight means less strain on the engine, less tire wear, less demand on the braking system, and, as a bonus, lower cooling system costs. Every gram saved in the structure avoids the need for reinforcements in other areas. It's a reverse domino effect, transforming a seemingly limited choice into a network of intelligent cost savings throughout the car. Another interesting point is how much this influences the car's everyday behavior. Heavier electric cars tend to wear out tires more frequently, mainly due to the immediate torque. The Model 2, being lighter, should offer a smoother experience, with fewer surprises in maintenance. Not to mention that, with less mass to control, the regenerative braking system can operate more efficiently, recovering up to 15% of the energy in urban areas, according to engineers who have analyzed Tesla's braking control patents. This extra lightness also brings subtle but significant gains in comfort. Less weight means less oscillation on bumps and curves, and less road noise. Even without adopting luxury solutions, the car can end up offering a surprisingly refined experience. And the most interesting thing, it's not because of expensive technology, but because everything has been reduced to the essence with intelligent design. The famous less is more finally applied to a mass-produced electric car. It's worth remembering that smaller batteries also mean less exposure to long-term risks. If the battery pack needs replacing in the future, the estimated cost is around $7,000 to $7,500, well below the $15,000 or more charged for larger models. This reduces the fear and the cost for those considering a car as a 5, 7, or 10-year investment. Even insurance companies tend to view this favorably, as we'll see later. Furthermore, there's a side that few people talk about. Smaller batteries suffer less degradation when used moderately. Since the Model 2 seems to be geared towards short and medium trips, it's possible that, even after years of use, the capacity loss will be less than expected. This directly affects resale value, as the fear of a worn-out battery is one of the biggest nightmares in the used electric car market. And speaking of resale value, one point that has been discussed in automotive engineering and analysis forums is that cars with smaller batteries are more likely to maintain stable values in the secondary market. This is because buyers know they are taking on less risk. With fewer kWh to worry about, the chance of an expensive problem falling into the new owner's lap also decreases, and that builds confidence. Behind the scenes in the industry, a conversation is gaining traction. The Model 2 could be the first electric car to truly change the game in terms of post-purchase costs, and not by offering extended warranties or miraculous packages, but by avoiding, from the very beginning of the project, the points that most break the budget of the average owner. Reports circulating among Tesla insiders point to a leaner architecture, with fewer auxiliary systems, fewer fragile components, and fewer items requiring specialized labor. It seems simple, but this could mean hundreds or even thousands of dollars saved over just a few years. One of the silent villains in the cost of an electric car is insurance. Many people are surprised to discover that, even with lower maintenance, EV insurance is usually more expensive than that of a gasoline car. This is because the electronic systems are complex, and the batteries, if damaged, represent a huge loss. But if the car is simpler, lighter, and with a smaller and more affordable battery, the risk for the insurer decreases. Some analysts are already speculating that the Model 2 could cost the same, or even less, than a traditional compact hatchback in insurance, especially over time. And that's where another detail that few people realize comes in. Less complexity also means fewer accidents with high repair costs. If you've ever seen how much it costs to replace a damaged sensor or control unit in a modern car, you know what we're talking about. The Model 2, according to technical rumors, was designed with minimal electronic redundancy, which reduces not only the cost of parts, but also repair time. This can directly impact the deductible and the downtime of the car. For those who depend on their vehicle daily, this makes all the difference. Another point that is often overlooked in comparisons between EVs and combustion engine cars is the fixed schedule maintenance costs. Oil changes, filters, transmission fluid, exhaust, all items that the Model 2 simply won't have. Of course, EVs also need maintenance, but eliminating these items already puts the owner ahead. And this, combined with less brake wear thanks to regeneration and low weight, tends to create a scenario where the owner doesn't have to worry about surprise maintenance every 6 months. Tesla may also be betting on another silent trump card: predictability. Unlike combustion engine cars, whose failures can come from dozens of different sources, electric cars have fewer variables. And with a simplified structure like that of the Model 2, the chance of a repair getting out of control is much lower. This translates into less stress for the owner and even more transparent insurance contracts. It may seem like a small thing, but living with a car that doesn't become a financial lottery at the mechanic is a rare achievement these days. There's also the issue of labor. More complex models require specialized technicians and expensive equipment for simple diagnostics. But with fewer sensors, fewer parallel systems, and a more straightforward design, the Model 2 can be serviced even in less sophisticated workshops, something that could happen as the car becomes more popular. This opens up the possibility of more affordable maintenance costs, especially outside major urban centers. It's curious how, in the most recent leaks, what has attracted the most attention isn't giant screens, ambient lighting, or massage seats, but rather the reduced number of parts inside the Model 2. It seems counterintuitive in a market that sells cars as technological showcases. But anyone who has had to deal with malfunctioning sensors, buttons that come loose, or controls that freeze knows the value of a simple and functional design. Tesla seems to be betting that fewer distractions mean fewer problems. And honestly, it makes sense. Fewer parts not only reduce failures, but also make the car easier and cheaper to repair. And this simplicity isn't limited to minimalist aesthetics. Sources close to Tesla's assembly line have already indicated that the Model 2 may have the fewest variations in trim and customization in the brand's history. This may sound like a limitation, but in practice, it drastically reduces assembly errors, fitting failures, and inconsistencies between batches. The car tends to come off the production line more uniformly, which, for the buyer, means less chance of getting a problematic model. This also helps with quality control and reduces warranty replacement costs. One of the most interesting aspects is the extreme standardization of the interior modules. Unlike many manufacturers that offer versions with a multitude of combinations of steering wheel, seats, dashboards, and connectivity, Tesla is reportedly opting for a single layout focused on efficiency and durability. This means that, instead of having 20 different buttons to control the air conditioning, the car will have a straightforward and simplified interface, something that, over time, proves more reliable. It may not impress at first glance, but it's pleasing with each functional use. And there's another very strategic factor in this reduction of complexity. Fewer combinations mean fewer bottlenecks in the production line. Imagine not having to stop assembly to install a specific package, or waiting for a part that only comes in one of 5 finishes. With the Model 2, rumors point to linear production, almost without interruptions. This not only speeds up the manufacturing pace, but also reduces human error. And these errors, even small ones, generate significant costs when they occur on a global scale. There's also the direct impact on after-sales service. Cars with many complex electronic systems generate more service calls. A faulty seat sensor, a button that locks, a multimedia system that needs to be restarted. All of this becomes a reason to take the car to the dealership. But with fewer systems and a leaner logic, the Model 2 can surprise with its reliability. This is something that weighs heavily when reselling a used car. After all, Nobody wants to inherit headaches from the previous owner. Another interesting detail that is gaining traction among analysts is how this strategy can reduce warranty costs for Tesla itself. Fewer defects, fewer exchange processes, less logistics, fewer spare parts. And when the automaker saves in this area, it gains margin to keep prices low without compromising its profitability. It's a self-reinforcing cycle. Cutting complexity helps production, reduces risks in use, and even protects the car's value in the used car market. Many people imagine that the secret to a revolutionary car lies in what it offers the end consumer. But in the case of the Model 2, rumors suggest that the real breakthrough is happening long before the vehicle hits the road, inside the factories. Behind the scenes at Tesla, information is circulating about a radical change in the assembly process, based on something being called Unboxed assembly. This concept, if confirmed, promises to dismantle the traditional way of building cars, replacing dozens of slow and complex steps with a more direct process involving fewer hands and less chance of error. One of the pillars of this strategy is the famous Giga casting, which is already being partially used in the Model Y, but should be even more daring in the Model 2. The idea is simple to explain, but powerful in its impact, replacing dozens of stamped and welded parts with a single block of cast aluminum. By doing this, Tesla eliminates not only material and screws, but also the time needed to align, weld, and check each small fitting. Several industry sources estimate that this technique could cut 20 to 30% of the structural labor in this part of the car alone. This approach has consequences that go far beyond the factory. Cars with structures molded from large, single pieces have fewer joints, fewer stress points, and less assembly variation. This means that each unit leaves the line more similar to the previous one, with less chance of exhibiting noises, misalignments, or structural failures over time. For the owner, this translates into a feeling of a more solid, more well-assembled car, even after years of use. Another detail that few immediately notice is how this affects repair costs. With fewer parts and joints, the structure becomes easier to diagnose and less prone to hidden problems. And even if a repair is necessary, there are fewer elements to disassemble and replace. This type of predictability is gold in the used car market, where cars with complex structures are undervalued for fear of the unknown. The Model 2, if it is truly assembled in this way, could achieve a reputation for low risk that few vehicles manage to attain. The advantages also appear in the fine print of the market. With leaner manufacturing, production costs per unit fall. But more importantly, they become more stable. This allows Tesla to maintain aggressive Model 2 prices without relying so heavily on incentives or fleeting promotions. And that's a huge advantage in a sector where even a small fluctuation in the cost of inputs can force automakers to hastily adjust prices or cut resources. Furthermore, a simpler and more predictable production process allows Tesla to scale volume much more easily. It's not just a matter of manufacturing quickly, it's about manufacturing a lot with consistent quality.